like to call this meeting of December 13th of the Naperville Township Board of Trustees to order. Would everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I'd like to ask our clerk, in honor of Veterans Month, a month late, to lead us in the pledge.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Whenever you're ready, please call the roll.
Melm.
Here.
Osira.
Here.
Santucci.
Here.
Wagner.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. We have 4 members present, so we have a quorum and we're able to do business tonight. Are there any addenda to the agenda? Okay, hearing none, we'll move into public comments. Is there any member of the public who would like to speak for up to 3 minutes on a topic related to township government this evening? Okay. I don't believe we have any public comments tonight then. Our next item on the agenda is to convene into closed session to consider one or more of the following subjects under the Open Meetings Act: appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of an employee, or legal counsel, selection of a person to fill a vacancy in public office, meaning the Board of Trustees, pending or probable imminent litigation affecting the township, and consideration of minutes of priorly lawfully closed meetings. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Wagner.
Yes.
Santucci.
Yes.
Anderson. I'm sorry. Melm.
Yes.
Osira.
Yes. All right. So we will, now the board will convene into closed session, so we're going to have to ask the members of the public to leave the room, and then when we return from closed session, we will invite you all back in. All right. So we have returned to open session, and we'll move on to item 7. 7.1 is the approval of the closed session minutes from September 13th, 2016. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Melm.
Yes.
Osira.
Yes.
Santucci.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Okay, so those closed session minutes are approved. We'll move on to item 7.2, which is to approve an appointment to fill the vacancy in office of trustee left by Janice Anderson's resignation. Is there a motion?
Make the motion to appoint Carl Schultz to fill the vacancy.
Second.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Melm.
Yes.
Osira.
Yes.
Santucci.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Okay. And so we have unanimously approved appointing Carl Schultz to fill the vacancy of the office of trustee. There's a process that will occur later. I believe the clerk has a certain amount of time to get together with the appointee to be sworn into office. So
Should probably mention that he withdrew the candidacy.
and also, yes, I should mention that Carl Schultz has withdrawn his candidacy for highway commissioner. So he has withdrawn that candidacy. So we're very happy to welcome Carl also to the board upon his swearing in. There is no other final action coming out of closed session, so we'll move on to the consent agenda. We've got 6 items on the consent agenda. The first is the November 1st town levy public hearing minutes, the November 1st road levy public hearing minutes, the November 1st regular meeting open session minutes, the November 29th special meeting open session minutes, the third quarter report for ecumenical adult care, and the township third quarter identity theft prevention report. Is there a motion to establish?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Please call the roll.
Santucci.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Melm.
Yes.
Osira.
Yes, so the consent agenda as I read it, is established. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Osira?
Yes.
Melm?
Yes.
Wagner?
Yes.
Santucci?
Yes.
So the consent agenda is approved by the board. Audited bills and claims, I believe the bills and claims are all signed off by the board members. So we can move on to the approval of bills and claims. And the first item is the month of November 2016 town fund bills and claims. Could somebody approve, or make a motion to approve those bills and claims in the amount stated?
I'll make the motion to approve the town fund bills and claims in the amount of $117,900.61.
Second.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Melm?
Yes.
Wagner?
Yes.
Santucci?
Yes.
Osira?
Yes. And so they are approved. We'll move on to the road fund bills and claims for the month of November of 2016. Could someone make a motion in the amount stated?
I'll move to approve the road fund bills and claims for the amount of $61,836.38.
Second?
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Wagner?
Yes.
Santucci?
Yes.
Osira?
Yes.
Melm?
Yes.
Okay, and so those road fund bill and claims are also approved. There are no presentations or special recognition tonight. I don't have any old business, and so we'll move on to new business. Item 13.1 is to approve the road district transfer appropriation of $20,000 in the special hard road fund. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Santucci?
Yes.
Wagner?
Yes.
Melm?
Yes.
Osira?
Yes. And so the transfer appropriation is approved. We'll move on to adopt a resolution to abate the 2016 special hard road tax levy to a rate not to exceed 0.022. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second?
Any discussion? Will please call the roll.
Melm?
Yes.
Wagner?
Yes.
Santucci?
Yes.
Osira?
Yes. So the resolution to abate the special hard road tax levy rate is approved. And so we move on to item 13.3, which is to approve elected official travel expenses in accordance with the Local Government Travel Expense Control Act. This act was adopted by the board at our October 11, 2016 meeting, as we did in the special meeting a couple of weeks ago. Any travel expenses by elected officials have to come before the board as a roll call vote. So that's simply what we're doing here. There's nothing extraordinary about these expenses. It's just simply required. The law doesn't take effect until next year, but we as a board chose to adopt the policy and make it effective immediately. So we're simply acting to do that.
So moved?
To approve Highway Commissioner Wataziak's expenses of $310.60, moved by Trustee Santucci. Second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Santucci?
Yes.
Wagner? Yes. Melm?
Yes.
Osira?
Yes. So those expenses are approved. And we'll move on to reports. Assessor Dixon, do you have a report this evening?
We are in the final conclusion of our 2016 assessments. We'll have our last day of commercial hearings this Friday, where we have two final commercial hearings, and then we will be done for our 2016 year. That will ultimately turn over finalize the books and rendering the board of review decisions on exemptions and final decisions on there. That will transition us into a perfect timing on January 1 to start our 2017 year. That's all I got.
Any questions from the board? Okay. Other than good job? Okay, thank you. Commissioner Wataziak?
No report tonight.
Thank you. Town clerk?
Oh, it's been a busy time. The consolidated primary and the caucus, the Democratic organization apparently held a caucus, and the Republican organization apparently is doing a primary. And there have been a number of folks running for many positions, some of whom have since withdrawn, including Carl Schultz this evening, for one of those positions. There was scheduled to be a Township Electoral Board hearing, but that's been canceled because the objector withdrew his petition, and that was based on one of the other parties withdrawing their nominating petition. I'd like to give special recognition to Steve Adams as our counsel. He, along with the general counsel from the State Board of Elections, had to intercede with the DuPage County Election Commission because people were improperly advised to file their papers for the nominating commission at the county. The local election official in township government is the town clerk. In all 9 townships in DuPage County, those 9 folks are the only people who can receive nominating petitions for township government. So everything has been worked out. Steve, thank you again very much for your assistance.
Thank you, Clerk Greenberg. I'll keep my report short. Staff has been very busy on a number of things I just want to share with everyone. One of the things that we do is Medicare counseling, and I just want to give a shout out to our folks who have been doing that Medicare counseling. It's been pretty hot and heavy since early October. And the amazing thing about it, we've done 96 sessions in that period of time. And the amazing thing about it is the majority of those sessions are done by some volunteers that we have. One volunteer in particular, Harold Herzog, who the board has recognized in the past, but I would like us to just reflect on that again at this moment. Harold is here most days, seeing people, and that's partly why this room is a little funny when you walk in here sometimes. But we have partitions that we set up in the boardroom. We're so tight on office space, and these conversations have to be done in full privacy. They really do. So we set this up for Harold to conduct those sessions, and he is just absolutely outstanding.
I used Harold. I can vouch for that.
Okay.
He's fabulous.
He goes into a lot of depth. Yes, he is. He is a nuclear physicist. He's a retired nuclear engineer or physicist, so he is a rocket scientist almost. But
which you need to be to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's. I just continue to be amazed and very grateful on the behalf of our residents that he's able to do this for us. Holly Reuter is our staff member, our social worker who's programmed Harold and brought him on board and helps him program that. We've also had a new volunteer join us as well, who's just getting started. Her name is Debbie. And one really neat thing too is they've done some sessions for city staff as well when they have groups of people who are looking at retirement or preparing for retirement. They've been invited a couple times to go over and do a group sessions for the city staff. So if you have the opportunity to thank, I would say particularly Harold, it would mean a lot to us to do that. And Jenny Dolly has done a lot of benefit access this year, 315. Those are the support for transportation, for license plates, transportation at reduced cost. She's done a tremendous amount of that work, and it just shows how strong the need is. And not to exclude any other staff, but they've just done a tremendous amount. Millie has been working on the holiday gift program. We have families that have signed up, and we have contributors that have signed up. And so the other thing that you walk in and see in this room this time of year are all the things that are being wrapped up and brought in by the donors for these families, and it's such a great program. I think we had something in Naperville magazine about it recently. One of the magazines had something about those types of programs, including ours, and so I want to give them both a shout out. And Francie Worley's been working extremely hard as well, just trying to keep us all on track financially. So the staff has been doing a really great job, and we appreciate the work that Mary Jo Massetti has done, taking over from Helga Mattingly, who had things in great shape when she left. But Mary Jo has done really a tremendous job working with all of the social workers and the people who see our clients, just trying to get them to the right people, getting the information, and we've really seen the office continue to function very smoothly. So very happy for that. Ride DuPage, we got 2016 all settled. We're doing a little bit of analysis around costs versus budget going into 2017, but I think we're in good shape for the partners to all come together in the way that we've been talking about for almost a year on a usage basis into that agreement. So I'm hopeful to put that in front of the board at the January meeting to have you approve that. We'll ask the trustees. We have, I noticed I forgot to take ex-trustee Anderson's name off of the agenda. I'll do that right now. Trustee Malm, any?
I don't have a report, no.
Trustee Santucci.
I'd just like to say welcome to Carl Schultz as our new trustee. I'm glad that we were able to choose someone with the experience that you've had with the Forest Preserve District and other organizations. And I look forward to you presenting a good neutral sound voice for the rest of our board, for the remainder of our term. And I do also want to say that part of the choosing of Carl was that he resigned from his candidacy, as we stated. I did feel that we needed to choose someone who was not a candidate, as that has been a precedent in both City of Naperville and other DuPage County boards, that when there is a vacancy, that they choose someone as an interim who's not someone trying to fulfill that position in the future election. So I thank you and I welcome you, Carl.
Paul, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Trustee Wagner.
I'll second what Paul said. Welcome, Carl. And that's it.
Very good. And our attorney.
Barry gave my report. The only thing I would add is that we should be on the lookout for news and information about a possible property tax freeze coming in the next few times that the General Assembly meets. And also would like to extend my congratulations and welcome to Carl as well. That's all I have.
Very good. Well, all that remains is a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Bye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned.